I was supposed to be happy with the arrival of Kiraakuland and Kirkiss, but I'm not. Hello everyone, it's Leo and it's time to talk about episode 17 from PreCure, which was traumatizing. I am trying to piece things together inside my mind, but all I can say is that I am sad. I am sad. Usually, with the arrival of new cures in a season, it's usually a moment of glory. It's a moment of celebration. This time, it wasn't. Even though there was a huge slayage, it wasn't. And I think I need to say that PreCure was very brave in what they did. High stakes, high consequences. I love it. And we don't know what is expecting us in the future of the show. I thought this episode was truly incredible. What a gorgeous and surprising turn of events. And it's also a defining moment for two characters that were heavily built on their emotions. And while I say I am very sad, on one hand, I'm sad because of all of the events that happened today. I'm also very happy because of how brave they were while creating the plot of this episode. I have no words. But yes, I do have lots of words, which is what I'm going to say right now. So the episode starts with Purirun leaving together with Merodon to go to Kiraakuland. They are there, and when they go to Kiraakuland, they see all the destruction. We can see a little bit more on the crystals and how things are destroyed, and we can see the castle that Picarine is in as well, and they go to Picarine. And the setup is very, very simple. We have on one side in Kiraakuland, the destroyed Kiraakuland, we have what happened with the attack from Dark Ine and Team Chokiri, and we have an answer for that. If you keep on gathering the Kirarun ribbons, the power of the Kirarun ribbons will make the big Kirakira ribbon shine again. And with the power of that sparkle, with the power of the Kirakira, everything that Team Chokiri did is going to be undone. And Kiraakuland will be on its glory once again. That is what the idol precures have been doing. And Purirun shows it to Picarine, and Purirun is very happy knowing that if they keep on getting the ribbons, they are going to be able to save Kiraakuland. But Picarine does not make it a very detailed explanation. She explains it in a very simple way, and it makes Purirun believe that what they have gathered is enough. So Purirun just leaves, and Purirun is very excited because now Purirun can restore Kiraakuland to its former glory. Merodon stays behind to talk about an item that she's had since she was born. And this is interesting because this is something that we did not know. We didn't really know when or how Merodon got the Heart Kirari lock, and now we do know. It is an item that has been with Merodon since she was born from that tree that we saw in a few episodes prior to this one. And Merodon wants to know more about it, and she says that she has read that it's able to grant a wish, but Picarine explains that this item should not be used by Merodon, or by Purirun, or by anyone. Merodon should not use this because it's a dangerous item, because if you are willing for it to give it your wish, you have to give something in return, and this something is the one thing you value the most. It's an exchange. It's an equivalent exchange. Full Metal Alchemist. So because you are getting a wish, and you can wish for, we don't know for what exactly you can wish, but it seems there are no limits. But then you have to give the most important thing to you in return. That already gave me tense. I was already shaking at that moment. I was like, they're not going to go there. They are not going to go there in this episode. But then the episode continued with the human side, with the Hanamichi town side. we see that the girls are getting ready for the event and they watch Purirun's video that Purirun recorded for them. That moment already made me tear up a little bit because Purirun was very happy in the video that Purirun recorded for the idol PreCure. Because if you remember, a little before that, at that moment during the night before they went to Kiraakuland, Purirun was crying very hard. But when Purirun was recording, she got everything in her to record herself and showcase a good smile. Pretend she was happy. Pretend she was okay by going to Kiraakuland. She wasn't. She was very sad. But that's what Purirun is. Purirun wants to support the others. Purirun wants to put on a good front. Like, Maderon was scared at the start of this episode. Purirun held her hand. The warmth of Purirun's hug was always there with Maderon too. And she put up that front in that scene. And the girls, they choose to believe in Purirun and they are ready to give their best performance. And so they transform and get ready to get on stage. We also have Cuddy's side, and Cuddy is still Katinda, but inside of him, he is fighting. He was able to fight his dark feelings. Or not his dark feelings, the dark feelings that were implanted on him by Dark Ine. But Dark Ine appears again, and she infuses him with even more dark energy. Because at that moment, Cuddy has decided to not attack the PreCures, because he says that the idol PreCure gave him Kira. And he was very brave to tell that to Dark Ine, the boss, the big baddie. And he was brave enough. But unfortunately, he did not have enough power to stop her. And she infused him with even more power. And he became a different version, a stronger version of Katinda. The version from last episode was already very strong. And now he has an even stronger version. And so when the idol PreCures, they get on stage, they talk to the audience. They are very happy to be on stage. It's the first time they perform for people like that. And while they are there, thanking everyone to be there, Katinda appears again. And that was very sad. I wanted them to have at least a performance for everybody, but they did not have time for that. I was angry. And then we go back to Kiraakuland, and Purirun is there by herself, using all of the power from the Kirarun ribbons that she has to try and save the big Kira ribbon. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. And that makes Purirun sad. Purirun starts crying, and Maderon appears and tells Purirun that it's not enough. The power of the ribbons that they have is not enough. They have collected 15 ribbons so far, if I'm not mistaken. And that clearly wouldn't be enough for the big Kira ribbon to retain its former glory. And then Purirun notices that they're going to have to keep on collecting ribbons. And that's what Idol, Wink, and Kyun have been doing. But right now they found an enemy that could not be stopped. They couldn't stop him. It's the first time that we have a stronger enemy in the season. And twice the big villain of the season has infected that enemy with even more darkness. So the enemy is like way stronger than the other enemies from this season. It's like very early on and we already have such a strong enemy. I feel like that is a bold thing that UN Idol is doing in terms of battles. I like it. I feel like this is something I was missing in the last few seasons. And Purirun got very sad once again. And then Maderon, with all the doubt that was in her heart, got the heart, the lock, and the key. And she told Purirun, I have this item. It can grant your wish to help the idol PreCures. And Purirun was like, oh my God, can it really help me? Yes, I'm so excited. And then she gets the key, and Purirun, Maderon stays with the lock. And Purirun is flying around, super excited. Purirun hugs Merodon, and Merodon reminds herself of the warmth that Purirun gives her, while Merodon hugs her back. But then Merodon finally tells her what really is at stake here. And at that moment, we had another very emotional scene of Purirun talking about all of the feelings that she has for Uta and how special Uta is for her. In here, we have the episode was making clear what was the most important thing for Purirun. Purirun has made it clear in previous episodes that her feelings towards the idol PreCure were the most important ones, but clearly there is a stronger bond between Uta and Purirun because that is who she has been spending the most time with. Even though Purirun spends time with everyone, she lives in Uta's house. She's been with Uta since the first moment of the show. Everything that Purirun has been doing so far, it's been more with Uta, even though there's the group. And so the episode had made a full circle in Purirun's feelings. That is the most important thing for her. And the episode made it clear in this episode. For Merodon, it's a little different because they have been building her character around her feelings for Purirun. So we already know what Merodon's most important thing is. And so we have the full picture. The most important thing for Purirun and the most important thing for Merodon. And when Merodon tells Purirun that she's going to have to give up the most important thing for her, Purirun does not hesitate. Because for Purirun is very selfless. For Purirun, the most important thing is to help Uta. My feelings for Uta they don't matter. What matters is that we help the idol PreCure, is that we help Uta. It doesn't matter. My feelings don't matter. And Purirun is very selfless in her act. She is ready to give it all up so that what matters in Purirun's mind, what matters is going to be done. And for Merodon, it's a different case. Merodon is also ready to give away the feelings that she has for Purirun. But the difference is that when Purirun, we have that scene in which Purirun asks Merodon, what are you giving away? And Merodon says, it's a secret. Purirun is clueless. Purirun is so clueless. And after Merodon tells Purirun that it's a secret and she's ready to give up her own feelings for Purirun, she cries. At that moment, we see that for Merodon, it's a little harder. Her love isn't as selfless as Purirun's love. It's a different feeling. I mean, we kind of know that Merodon's feelings for Purirun are romantic, and Purirun's feelings for Uta, no. It's a different type of love, but Merodon's is a romantic love. But what I'm trying to picture here is that Purirun's feelings are selfless. It's a selfless love. And Merodon, she's learning to be selfless now because she is giving up her feelings, because what matters to her is Purirun's feelings. She's learning, but it was harder for her because she shed tears. She cried because she was giving up on her love for Purirun. Both of them locked their feelings. And while they were using the power of the Heart Kirari lock, on the other side, in Hanamichi town, we have the idol cures battling Katinda. They were having the hardest time. They couldn't do much. But I just have to say one thing. Curewink's shield, it worked. At least once, but it worked. Slay Queen. The Queen of Shields. We have to applaud her. But unfortunately, it was not enough to stop Katinda, and Cuddy was trying to battle his own feelings, and he was pleading, please, someone save me, someone stop me. And when he asked it happened. New figures appeared. New cures were born. Kiraakuland gave him a punch, and Kiraakuland gave him a kick. He fell down, and they were ready to slay the runway. What an introduction that was. They had a whole runway for themselves. Kiraakuland, she blew a kiss, and with the power of the kiss, she started controlling the camera. The camera got up, it started filming them, and the people who were following the stream were able to see both Kiraakuland and Kiraakuland. Those two new beautiful figures, mysterious figures appearing for the first time, and they were ready to slay. And that is what they did. With a stunning performance that I have no words. What a song that was, my friends. I have no words. It was incredible. Incredible. And after this performance, we have to go to our Idol Corner. For the first time in Idol Corner, we're going to talk about an idol group that's not active anymore. And that is Muse from the Love Live series. Muse is a fictional group from the Love Live School Idol Project anime. The group had 9 members, and while it was an anime group, the voice actors from the characters also performed as a group on stage. The story of the group started in 2010, and it lasted until 2016 when they disbanded. In 2020, they got back together to release another single and perform. Muse was so popular, not only among anime fans, but also idol fans, making legend in such a short time. Their popularity helped turn the Love Live project into an iconic franchise and a landmark in idol anime. Their songs, performances, personality, and story are already part of anime legacy. Muse has many iconic songs, so my recommendations are going to be my favorites. Wonderful Rush, Mogyuto Love the Sekinchu, Angelic Angel, and the super iconic Snow Halation. I had to bring Muse here. Thank you, Hibiki, for the suggestion. It was the perfect moment because Yoshino Nanjo, who is the voice actor from Purirun and now Kiraakuland, is also the voice actor for Ellie from the Muse group. And, you know, the powerful voice and the connection between Muse and now Kiraakuland had to be brought. It had to be today. Wow. Okay, coming back. Cuddy was defeated. And Cuddy was on the ground. And let me just say, I said I'm very sad after this episode, but at least this made me very happy. Cuddy was in the ground, and when he opened his eyes, the 3 PreCures, the idol PreCure were looking at him, and he was like, am I in heaven? That was everything. And so Cuddy was purified. All the dark energy from Dark Ine was gone from him. He was able to stand up, and the idol PreCures, he thanked the idol PreCure, and they said, oh, it was not us. It was them who purified you. Kiraakuland and Kiraakuland, they are the ones who purified you. And Cuddy was like, no. Yes, their performance was dazzling. But every time I was in darkness, it was you, the idol PreCure, who were shining at me. And I promise you one thing, I'm your #1 fan. And he was able to walk away, free and happy. I really hope we are able to see Cuddy as a huge fan from now on. If Dark Ine captures Cuddy, this is going to be the saddest season ever. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And so at the end, we were able to see Kiraakuland and Kirakiss posing. They pose a lot. And after they say their goodbyes, Kira Idol is like looking like stunned at their beauty. And then Kiraakuland Zukuns a shot at Kira Idol, and she's like, oh my god, super in love. And I feel like the idol love, the idol power, it really gets to Idol. It really gets to Uta. We saw that with Kaito, and now we see that with Zukun. I feel like with Zukun, it's going to be stronger. But she is really able to be captured by the idol power. And I feel like Uta is Cuddy. Uta and Cuddy are very similar in this aspect. Oh my goodness. And so Zukun and Kiss say their goodbyes and they leave. And Idol is infatuated. Okay. This was the episode. And I am feeling defeated and sad and destroyed. It feels like they got my heart and because we have amazing cures. We had an amazing debut. Okay, the fighting scene was very short and it did not bring much. I mean, the moment from Zukun and Kiss kicking and punching, it was cool, but it was very short and it didn't give us much. It could have been a little stronger, but emotion-wise and plot-wise, both Kiraakuland and Kirakiss are characters that we don't know. They are, in a sense, new characters. Because the two things that defined them, the things that defined Purirun and the things that defined Maruran are gone. And one of the things that really surprised me about both of them is the fact that they look mature, they look older. And that is not what I was expecting for Purirun. That's not what I was expecting for Maruran. And now I understand why. They are not Purirun that we know. They are not the Maruran that we know. They are different characters. And we do not know who or how they're going to be. This is a new thing entirely. Who are those two? How are their personalities going to be like? We're going to meet different characters entirely. And that it pains me to know that both of those characters, they had to give up something so dear to them so that they could be the need that the help that the idol PreCure need. And I feel for Purirun so much because Purirun was so selfless. When Maruran told her, you have to give up your memories with Uta, Purirun was like, I'm ready. Uta needs help. I am ready to give it all up. And I also felt very sad with the way Maruran gave up her feelings for Purirun as well. I am now very curious for both of those characters. How are they going to be like? Who are they going to be? And another thing that makes me very sad is that it's very unpredictable. We do not know how things are going to go from now on. In the next episode, we know that Kira Idol is going to be super fixated on Kiraakuland. But at the same time, we are going to see two new characters. How is Uta going to feel when she discovers that that lady is actually Purirun? But not the Purirun she knows. How are they going to feel when they discover that all of the Purirun memories are gone? It's going to be another emotional whiplash. I'm not ready to deal with that. What I've been through watching this episode, the amount of tears, I was ugly crying so hard. The amount of tears, oh my goodness. And they're gonna be back. I'm sure they're gonna be back. And I am also sure whenever they get their memories back, whenever they get their feelings back, because we know it's gonna happen, it's gonna be a very huge moment of happiness. But what if they don't? Like, how long is it gonna take? Is it going to be like from 10 episodes, it's going to be like 2 episodes from now, 5 episodes from now, 10 episodes from now. Is it going to be only at the end of the season? How is it going to be like? I have absolutely no idea what to expect from Muse and Idol PreCure right now. I feel like the writers of this season, they have been very bold with the step they took in this episode. They took a step that I would never expect they would cross. I feel like this is one of the most impactful and traumatizing PreCure episodes ever. And not knowing the impact of what we saw makes it even harder. So that's all I had to say. This is my opinion on episode 17 from Muse and Idol PreCure. My heart is broken. And please hold my hand. Let's suffer a little bit together.